Welcome to the Big Bang Theory, our weekly cosmic journey into some seriously wild tales and, science fiction adventures.
Yeah.
This time we're diving into a story called Now Bound.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, it's a total mind bender, and we've got excerpts detailing a physics prodigy, his desperate father, and a reality that, well, let's just say it's starting to come unglued.
Exactly. Our cosmic journey today takes us right into the heart of these excerpts. You'll meet Leo, this gifted young physicist who discovers that his estranged father, Dr. Eris Thorne, has built this device, and he's using it to try and escape what he ominously calls the prison of the present.
Sounds intense. I mean, the prison of the present, I feel like I'm already trapped there.
Right. Tell me about it.
But on a serious note, that's our mission today to really unpack the central conflict here. You've got Leo's discovery, then this urgent race against time, and yeah, I'm going full dad joke mode with that pun. Reality as they know it is starting to unravel, and it's all because of this, let's call it audacious experiment his father is running.
It is definitely audacious.
So we're going to pull out the juiciest bits of this narrative, explore some pretty surprising ideas about how time works, at least how the story presents it, and hopefully help you understand the big picture stuff without getting bogged down in, the super complicated science jargon.
We'll try to keep it light.
Exactly. You, our listener, are joining us to get up to speed quickly, see the different perspectives that come into play, and hopefully have a few of those aha moments along the way as we break down this crisis. So, where does this wild ride begin?
It all starts with a bunch of increasingly strange things that Leo starts to notice. He's out skateboarding one day and just feels like something is off. You know that feeling, like something's not quite right.
Totally.
Yeah, almost as if like the ground itself is kind of resisting him or something. Then there's this crack in the pavement, something he knows he saw before it just vanishes, and then it reappears, kind of like flickering like a bad image on a screen. And it just gets weirder and weirder. Street lights start pulsing all crazy, and Mrs. Gable's poodle, Mr. Fluffernutter, Mr. Fluffernutter, right?
Oh, yeah. We all know Mr. Fluffernutter.
Right. So he starts repeating these actions, like over and over again, almost mechanically. It's like their whole world is glitching out or something.
Okay, so we've got skateboarding issues, disappearing cracks, a glitching poodle. This doesn't sound good. And how does Leo react to all this?
Well, at first, he tries to rationalize it all.
Right.
He blames it on lack of sleep, too much screen time. We've all been there,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Guilty is charged.
He even blames those energy drinks his friend Maya keeps giving him.
So he's looking for normal explanations, everyday reasons for all this weirdness.
Exactly. Which makes the whole thing even more unsettling when things really start to go haywire.
Right, because it's that grounding in the ordinary that makes the shift into the extraordinary, the bizarre, that much more jarring.
You got it. These little anomalies, they just keep escalating. The street literally starts shimmering, like in a totally unnatural way. And then there's this crazy moment where the library is suddenly overlaid with scaffolding from years ago, like a ghost image from the past. It's at this point that both Leo and us, the listeners along with him, realize that something way bigger is happening. This is not just a few random glitches.
Okay, so we're way past glitching poodles now. This is starting to sound like a full-blown reality meltdown.
Yeah.
What does Leo do?
Well, these events push him to seek out his father, Dr. Eris Thorne. The guy's become pretty reclusive, holed up in the physics building at the university.
And we should probably take a minute here to give our listeners some context on their relationship.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not exactly a Hallmark Father's Day card situation.
It's pretty strained, to say the least. There's this tragic accident involving Leo's mother, and it's kind of left this massive rift between them.
Yeah, that shared loss, that trauma, it hangs over everything, and it really becomes the driving force for, well, a lot of what unfolds.
It's important for us to understand that this isn't just about some scientific mystery for Leo. It's deeply personal.
Right. And there's Dr. Thorne himself. Even before all this weirdness started, he was a bit of an enigma. Super brilliant, obviously, but lost in his own world of theories.
Like head in the clouds kind of guy.
More like head in another dimension, honestly. He used to talk about the tyranny of now, almost like he was, not happy with linear time, how we experience it.
Interesting. So he was already kind of obsessed with time even before things started getting out of joint. And when these weird events start happening, does Leo think his dad might be behind it?
Well, Leo definitely suspects that his dad might have some answers, or at least, some understanding of what's going on.
Makes sense. And this whole strained father-son dynamic, it really sets the stage for the rest of the story.
It's like the emotional foundation.
Totally. And there's this interesting detail. Leo knows the override code to his dad's lab, which is always locked, and the code is his own birthday. Kind of ironic, isn't it?
Oh, super ironic. Like, even though they're estranged, there's still this connection there, symbolized by that code.
So what's it like when Leo finally gets into his dad's lab?
Chaos. Pure chaos. Forget about, the stereotypical image of a scientist's lab all clean and organized. This place is a mess. Papers everywhere, whiteboards covered in equations and diagrams about branching timelines, paradox loops, and this really intriguing term, the temporal shear coefficient.
Okay, break that down for us non-physics geniuses. What's the temporal shear coefficient?
Well, think of it as a measure of how stable time is, like how much resistance there is to messing with it. From what we can gather, Dr. Thorne's experiments seem to be pushing this coefficient way beyond the safe zone.
So basically, he's poking the time bear with a stick and it's not happy.
Pretty much.
And in the middle of all this chaos, there's this device. Tell us about that.
Right, the device. It's this gauntlet made of steel and copper, studded with these pulsing crystals, all wired up to this capacitor bank that's humming like it's about to explode. You immediately know this is the source of all the weird stuff that's happening.
Yeah, the description makes it sound pretty intense, those pulsing crystals, the humming. It definitely gives you the impression that this thing is generating some kind of energy, something capable of ripping holes in reality.
And then there's the monitor. The waveform is just jumping all over the place, super unstable, and the label says, present tense integrity, 47.8%.
Yikes. That's not a good number, is it? It's like reality's battery is about to die.
Nope, not good at all.
Yeah.
But the real bombshell comes when Leo finds that crumpled up note.
Right, that note. That's where things get really interesting, really emotional.
It's Dr. Thorne's writing, and it lays out his motivations. He talks about escaping the eternal tick-tock, seeing moments bleeding into each other, and the need to stabilize the now to fix her, meaning his late wife. It's heartbreaking, really. It's clear he's still consumed by grief and this overwhelming desire to undo the past.
It's a classic time travel trope, right? The desire to go back and fix something, often because of a loss or a regret. But in this case, it seems like that grief is driving Dr. Thorne to do something incredibly dangerous.
Absolutely. And this isn't just some abstract theory for him. It's deeply personal. He wants to change the past, to bring his wife back. Consequences be damned. And then, as if to underline just how real, how dangerous this is, there's that moment with the delivery truck.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty vivid image. What happens?
Leo's looking out the window, and this delivery truck just starts phasing in and out of existence, like it's flickering in and out of reality.
Okay, so this isn't just, theoretical anymore. This is real-world stuff being affected.
Exactly. This device, this gauntlet, is having a real impact on the world around them. And the hum from the device is getting louder. The crystals are glowing brighter. It's all building towards something.
So at this point, Leo's got to be freaking out, right? I mean, he finds his dad's secret lab, this crazy note, this world-altering device, a disappearing truck.
Yeah, he's definitely in over his head. So he decides to get some help. He goes to his friend, Maya.
Good idea. Two heads are better than one, especially when reality is falling apart.
Exactly. But Maya's initial reaction is priceless. She's like, time travel? Seriously, Leo, your dad finally lost it, huh?
I mean, I can't say I blame her. If someone told me their dad was building a time travel device in their basement, I'd probably have the same reaction.
Totally understandable. But the thing is, Maya's not completely dismissive. She's been experiencing some weird stuff too. Her coffee cup just vanishes for a second, and Principal Thompson keeps repeating the same questions over and over again.
Wait, so Maya's having her own glitch experiences. Well, that kind of validates Leo's story, doesn't it?
It does. And it's important for us as listeners because it helps us connect to what's happening. These everyday examples make this whole time travel thing feel a little more real, a little less abstract.
So it's not just Leo seeing things. Maya's experiencing these glitches, these disruptions, firsthand.
Yep. And now she's starting to believe Leo's story.
So what does Leo do? Does he try to explain his dad's theories to Maya?
He does. He tries to explain this idea that the past, present, and future, they're not necessarily linear. Like they're all happening at the same time, almost like layers on top of each other.
Okay, that's a lot to process.
Right. It's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But he also makes it clear that his dad isn't trying to travel to some distant point in time. He's focused on these adjacent moments, like the moments right before and right after the present.
So he's not trying to jump to, like, the Jurassic period or something. He's just trying to nudge things a little bit in the recent past.
Exactly. which is still super dangerous, obviously, but it helps us understand the kind of temporal disruptions we're seeing, these bleed-throughs between moments in time.
So how does Maya react to all of this?
Well, the real turning point for her is when she reads that note from Dr. Thorne. Once she understands what's driving him, that grief, that desperation to change the past and bring his wife back, she goes from skeptical to seriously worried.
Makes sense. It's one thing to hear about some crazy science experiment, but it's another thing entirely to realize that there's a very real, very human tragedy at the heart of it all.
Exactly. And that's when they decide they need to find Dr. Thorne.
So where do they think he is?
Leo has this hunch that his dad's gone to the bridge on Route 9, the site of the accident. He calls it an obsession point.
Makes sense, tragically.
Yeah, it's like this place holds a powerful grip on him, a symbol of his loss and his desire to change the past.
So they head to the bridge, and things start getting even weirder along the way.
Oh, yeah. The glitches are getting more frequent, more intense. Pigeons are flying backwards. Streetlights are flickering like crazy. It's like the whole town is falling apart.
It's like reality is losing its grip.
Exactly. And Leo even describes the air as feeling thick and charged, like right before a lightning strike.
Yeah.
You can feel the tension building.
Okay, so they arrive at the bridge. What happens next?
They find Dr. Thorne standing near the railing. But he's not just looking at the present, it's like he's looking through it. His eyes are unfocused, and the world around him seems thinner, distorted. The colors are off. Sounds are echoing strangely.
It's like he's not fully present in that moment, like his mind is somewhere else, someone else.
Yeah, exactly. And Leo, he just breaks down. He yells at his dad, tells him he's unstable, that he's ripping reality apart.
I mean, can you blame him?
No, not at all. But Dr. Thorne, he's got this chillingly calm demeanor. He talks about correcting an error, fixing a fatal misalignment. He's talking about the accident, the ice on the road, the speed of the car.
So he's still fixated on that moment, that one specific point in the past.
Totally. He's not trying to rewrite history. He just wants to make this tiny adjustment, like be there at that exact moment just before the car skids and somehow nudge things in a different direction.
It's like he thinks he can just surgically remove the tragedy without causing any other problems.
Right. But then there's this visual. His hand, the one with the gauntlet, it starts glowing, and there are these ghostly images overlaid on the bridge. The snow, the headlights of the approaching car. You can see his mother's car, like a phantom.
Whoa. So he's literally seeing the past.
And it's terrifying. It's clear that what he's doing is incredibly dangerous. And Leo, he's trying to warn him, telling him that messing with the past will have consequences for the present.
Right, like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Change one small thing and who knows what will happen.
Exactly. But Dr. Thorne, he just brushes it off. He says, a small price.
Yeah.
He's so focused on escaping this tyranny of time, of this reality where his wife is dead.
It's tragic. He's so consumed by grief that he's willing to risk everything.
And then it happens. Dr. Thorne clenches his fist, the crystals on the gauntlet flare up, and that phantom car on the bridge, it swerves before it even hits the ice.
Oh, man. That can't be good.
It's not. You can see this ripple of energy, this shock wave, and the railing on the bridge starts buckling. Maya's scooter starts flickering in and out.
Reality's glitching out again.
Big time. And Leo, he doesn't hesitate. He tackles his dad, tries to wrestle the gauntlet away from him.
He's literally fighting to save reality.
He is. And for a moment during the struggle, you see a flicker of recognition in Dr. Thorne's eyes. Like he's coming back to himself. He talks about freedom, but Leo's response is perfect. He's like, this isn't freedom, it's chaos.
He understands that what his dad's doing, it's not about freedom, it's about destroying everything.
Exactly. But then Dr. Thorne, he manages to reactivate the gauntlet, and the world starts stuttering violently.
This sounds like the climax.
It is. Leo's perception of time is all messed up now. He's seeing all these layered moments, past, present, and future, all bleeding together. And then there's this screech of metal, a blinding flash of light, and Leo is thrown backward.
Okay, so what happens? Does reality explode?
It goes silent. Completely silent. And then things kind of settle. The streetlights are steady again. The world seems normal.
Just like that, it's over.
Well, on the surface, yes. They find Dr. Thorne unconscious. The gauntlet scorched and silent. Traffic is flowing normally on the bridge below.
So the immediate crisis is averted.
It seems that way. Leo's relieved. He thinks he saved the day. But then there's this echo, this lingering flicker behind his eyes. And that's when he realizes that something is very wrong.
Oh no, don't tell me.
He starts seeing Maya overlaid with these ghostly images of moments just before and after. There's this phantom of his dad standing there, and even his own hand movements leave trails, like after images.
So even though he stopped his dad, the gauntlet still affected him somehow.
It seems that way. The story suggests that the energy discharge, the feedback loop from the gauntlet, it somehow imprinted this present tense effect onto Leo.
So he's stuck seeing all these different moments in time all at once.
Exactly. He drops the gauntlet. It's useless now anyway. But the echoes, the phantoms, they remain. His perception of time is shattered. He sees moments stacked on top of each other, like layers of glass.
So in a way, he's become what his father was trying to escape.
That's the irony. Dr. Thorne wanted to break free from the present, but in trying to stop him, Leo has become a prisoner of it. He's become this unwilling anchor, trapped in this fractured, ever-shifting now.
Wow, what a story. So what can we take away from all of this? What does Now Bound really tell us?
I think it's a powerful reminder that messing with time, even with good intentions, can have unforeseen consequences. Sometimes the things we try to fix end up breaking us in ways we can never imagine.
Yeah, it's like a cautionary tale. It makes you think about the delicate balance of reality and the potential for even small changes to have a huge impact.
It also makes you wonder, what if we could perceive time the way Leo does now? Would it be a gift or a curse? Would we gain a deeper understanding of the universe? Or would it just be overwhelming, too much information to process?
Those are some deep questions. And I think that's the beauty of a good science fiction story. It pushes us to think about these big ideas, these fundamental questions about reality and our place in it.
Absolutely. And sometimes the best stories leave us with more questions than answers.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed this mind-bending journey into Now Bound. It's a story that makes you think about the nature of time, the power of grief, and the unintended consequences of our actions.
And we hope it leaves you questioning the very fabric of reality. Just a little bit.
Join us next time on The Big Bang Theory for another cosmic journey into the weird and wonderful world of science fiction. Rate and follow the show for more world-bending tales.